I'd like to welcome you all to meeting number 862 of Chennai Toastmasters Club. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Toastmasters International core values: integrity, respect, service, excellence. In order to have a smooth meeting, here are some ground rules. Please put your mobile phone in silent mode. Do not speak about sex, religion, politics. Members who are attending the meeting online, kindly sit in a silent atmosphere for better meeting experience. For any assistance, contact Zoom Master or please pass message to the particular person using chat box. With this, I would like to hand over the session to the presiding officer to say a few words about him. He is an electrical engineer and safety engineer with around 5 years of experience around uh, manufacturing and workplace safety. He has been associated with Toastmaster International for the past 4 years and has served in various positions such as SAA, Secretary, Treasurer, Vice President, and Vice President Education and District Hall of Fame member 2021-2022. Currently serving as Division C Secretary. I welcome our President, Toastmaster Navin Raj. Toastmaster Navin Raj, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Paul Kellin, for the wonderful words. And I would like to welcome you all, the members of Chennai Toastmasters Club and guests, to the meeting number 862 of Chennai Toastmasters Club, and I declare meeting open. And I would like to recognize our area director, Toastmaster Abhilash, and our senior members, Toastmaster Rekha and Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana sir. And once I read a story in the article of Hindu newspaper, I loved it too much because some of the peoples have changed their mind to test the unity between the children's or the senior most peoples. So they arranged some fruit festival in a village near South Africa. So they are all gone and arranged all the fruits in some baskets and they are ready to start the game. So first they called out the senior members and some of the young generation peoples. So they are all standing in a line around 100 feet away from the baskets. So once the game started, they are all rushed and get the fruits from the basket. But some of the peoples get the fruits and some of them didn't get any fruit from the basket. So after some hours, the children are called again in the same spot and they have filled all the fruits in the basket. But I'm impressed from the children's mindset because they are all gone together and take the fruits and they are all divided the fruits equally into their for all the children in the villages. So the unity stands there around between the children itself. So it's the time to get the unity for ourselves also. And with this, I would like to welcome our MC for today's meeting and the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana. He served as a past Vice President membership and PR, and now he served immediate past President of Chennai Toastmasters Club. The stage is yours, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana.
Thank you, Presiding Officer, for your warm and kind words and introduction and my introduction. Good evening, Toastmaster, guests, and my dear friends. Wishing you all a very happy Pongal festival. The reason I said as Pongal festival is that it's not a one-day event. It's a 4-day event, at least a 4-day event. It can extend more also. It varies from state to state. The very common the 4-day event is like the first day starts as a Bogi. We call it as Bogi Pongal. The second one is the Pongal, the Surya Pongal. The third one is the Matu Pongal. And the last one is the Kanam Pongal. It has been structured very well and how we are going to celebrate any festivals. Today, I have to say a very happy Bogi to all of you, because Bogi is a day where it marks the last day of this month of Margari. So all this the chillness, we assume that all the chillness also goes along with Margari. And on this day, we discard all the old items, old belongings. We put them in a bonfire, and then we make sure we burn all the unnecessary things into the fire. Actually, it signifies that it's an annual reminder to all the people to clean our inner self. Like we have to throw away all our past hatredness, whatever bad things we have to throw it out, so that we can start a very clean and happy festival from the next day. That is tomorrow's Pongal, because the Pongal is the day one of the month of Thai. So I don't want to go much in this part. We'll discuss the next few days of this festival as we go into this meeting. So for the benefit for the guests in this meeting, I'm going to reiterate what this meeting is all about. Typically, any Toastmaster meeting has a structure which has a prepared speech, a table topic session, and an evaluation. The evaluation for the prepared speeches which happened in the first session of this meeting. And today we are going to have a little bit more into this meetings, where we'll have a prepared speech, one prepared speech, followed by an education session, a very interesting education session. I'll introduce the session after the prepared speech section. And then we have the usual table topic session, evaluation session, and addition to that, we will also have a debate session today. So we have two more additional items into this sessions into this meeting. I want to thank VP for adding these new things, because it makes this meeting more interesting. So before we start the meeting, as I mentioned about, we have an evaluation session also. I need to introduce a quality manager today. That is our general evaluator. And today's general evaluator is Toastmaster Rekha. For those who've been this club for a long time, you know who Toastmaster Rekha is. Toastmaster Rekha is running a consulting firm called Kalpataru. She's been a very, very consistent, sincere Toastmaster. She has been there for a long time. She has accepted many ExCom roles, including the secretary, even the president of Chennai Toastmaster Club in the past. And I welcome Toastmaster Rekha now to explain her role as a general evaluator. Over to you, Toastmaster Rekha.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Lakshmi. So today, as introduced, I am playing the role of the general evaluator, the quality inspector for today's meeting. So to support me in this role, I have two sets of team. One is the speech evaluators who would be called upon later. So first, let me introduce my first set of team, which is the tag role players, timer, R counter, and the grammarian. First, let me call upon the timer. The role is being played by Toastmaster Parniswamy. So he is a current vice president membership, and he is a leather technologist, a very passionate Toastmaster, and I would say CTM is very happy to have him as the Toastmaster, the member of CTM, as well as the vice president membership. Now I invite Toastmaster Parniswamy to introduce your role as a timer.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Rekha. As a timer, I will note down the time taken by each speaker, and I will present my report at the end of the meeting. Say, for example, when a prepared speaker's time is 4 to 6 minutes, I will show green card at the end of 4 minutes. At the end of 5 minutes, I will show yellow card. At the end of the 6 minutes, I will show red card. The speaker can complete the speech within another 30 seconds. So I will report my report at the end of the meeting when called upon by General Evaluator. And thank you. Over to General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Parniswamy. Now the next role, R counter. Today's our counter is Toastmaster Naveen. He is an electrical engineer and a safety officer. He is working as quality engineer in Ravel High Tech Private Limited. He has played a number of roles in our CTM. He has been a Sergeant at Arms, Secretary, Treasurer, Vice President Education, and now he is the President. He is yet another member who CTM is very happy to have him, and he is, I would say, the backbone and all the bones of CTM. Now let me invite the current president who's playing the role of our counter, Toastmaster Naveen, to introduce the role of the our counter.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Rekha, for the warm introduction and warm words. The purpose of the R counter is to note any overused words or pillar sounds used as a crutch by anyone who speaks during the meeting. Words may be an inappropriate interjection such as and, well, but, so, and you know. Sounds may be During the evaluation portion of the meeting, I will submit my observations well called upon by the General Evaluator. Now the stage is yours, General Evaluator Toastmaster Rekha.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Naveen. The final role player of the first team is a grammarian who is being played by Toastmaster Akash. So Toastmaster Akash is an engineer. He is doing his mechanical engineering and he is a trainee in L&T. Now let me invite Toastmaster Akash to share your role as a grammarian. Toastmaster Akash, I think you are in mute. Yeah.
Thank you for the introduction, Toastmaster Renuka. Today I am playing a grammarian role. As grammarian, it is my responsibility to introduce the word of the day. The word of the day is potent, which means powerful, strong, and mighty. The next duty is to pay close attention to all speakers, listen carefully, and to their language usage. I will take a note of any misuse of the English language as well as any outstanding words, saying, and thoughts. And I will report when called by the General Evaluator, Toastmaster Renuka. Thank you, Toastmaster Renuka.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Akash. Now to share about my role. My role is to monitor the entire proceedings of the meeting, and I would be submitting my report later part of the meeting. And now I hand over the control to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Rekha, for explaining your role and also introducing the fact team. Now it's time to start this meeting with a bang. So we have the first part of this meeting is a prepared speech session, and we have the first speaker today is our Toastmaster Abhilash. A Toastmaster, just to give an introduction about him, as we all know him, he is our area director of area C1, the past president, the current vice president of education, and he has many laurels. He has won the division level contest as well. So I welcome Toastmaster. Before I welcome Toastmaster Abhilash, I welcome his evaluator, speech evaluator, Toastmaster Bija, to explain the project objective. Over to you, Toastmaster Bija.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayan. Good evening, everyone. So our target speaker, Toastmaster Abhilash, is going to deliver his speech from level 3 elective pathway presentation mastery. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice writing and delivering speech and inspire his audience. All the best, Toastmaster Abhilash. Over to you, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayan. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bija. Now it's time to invite our speaker, Toastmaster Abhilash, the power of positivity. The power of positivity, Toastmaster Abhilash.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. A quick check. Am I audible and visible? Thank you. A few months back, while driving to office, I stopped at a signal. An old man there was begging to the passers-by, and by the looks of it, he was blind. He was telling, "Ayya, enak kannu theriyadaya, picha podungaya." Feeling sympathized, I took out a 10 rupee note to give it to him. when suddenly a voice in my head asked, how do you know he is not really blind? He is judging the signal correctly and comes in only when the red signal is there. Is he fooling everyone around by pretending to be blind? Do you all sometimes have that little voice in your head, perhaps an inner critic that adds an ounce of negativity to your positive thoughts? Well, what if I told you there is definitely a way to change that? A very warm good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I request you all to now close your eyes and imagine the scene. It is early morning in mid-October. The sky is a light shade of pink, and there's a gentle, cool breeze blowing in the air. The freshness of the air is enchanting. You close your eyes to savor that freshness and the moment when suddenly, bam, you have crashed your scooter into a road divider at a speed of 80 plus kilometer per hour, and your right hand is broken. Wait, almost half of it is gone. Straight out of a movie script, right? Yet, this is what happened to me personally in October 2014. Luckily, a kind-hearted uncle who was there nearby stopped by to help me and took me to the hospital. He informed my parents that I was out of danger. Fast forward to the next day when I have had a skin graft on my right arm and around 21 stitches to help me recover. Not just there, but also on my knees and near my chest. I had just regained consciousness when my mom comes in and applies some prasad from a nearby temple on my forehead. I asked her sarcastically, oh, well, what is this prasad for? Is it for me getting hurt? And let me tell you, the reply that I got from her on that day was something that I shall not easily forget. She told me, no, you admitted by your own reply that you were driving at a speed of 80 plus kilometers per hour without wearing a helmet. I thanked God that He gave you only injuries that could be overcome in the long run, and there was no serious life-threatening injury. And also, what were the odds that at that time in the morning, around 5:30, that kind uncle stopped by in a side road, not even a main road, that was almost abandoned? She told me it is easy to look at what went wrong, but today I thank God because He saved my son's life and let him escape with injuries that could be overcome. She told me that day, you should always be grateful and positive, and then all good shall definitely happen. She told me that day, always be positive, and for every negative thought that comes into your mind, counter it with one extra positive thought. And that, ladies and gentlemen, helped me a lot. I was not slated to recover in time for my board examinations due later. But let me tell you, within a couple of months, I not only made a full recovery, but also managed to come second in the board examinations in school. All because that day my mother taught me the power of positivity. Fellow Toastmasters, today the world is immersed in a lot of negativity. You kill just one person or you do something bad, and your name, story, photos in color, everything is flashed across the front page of all newspapers, right? How many of us have seen positive news coming in such a way? You save even 100 persons and you are put in the middle pages of the newspaper, somewhere in a corner in black and white. And perhaps that is where all of us together need to change. We need to develop a positive mindset. And so let us take two oaths today. The first one is any negative thought that we have, let us immediately think of a counteractive positive thought. And the second thing is, let us aim to spread positive. If anyone comes and says some negative news to you, let us ensure that it remains with you and it does not pass on. On the other hand, any positive news, be it a celebration or a promotion or anything, let us ensure that we become happy and we also communicate that to at least 5 other persons and make them happy, because good should spread. That day that I talked about in the beginning of my speech, I was happy that I helped that old beggar by giving him the 10 rupee note, despite the negative thought in my head, by counteracting that with a positive thought that 10 rupees will definitely be of help, because anyway, that beggar was an old man. And so I would like to end thus. When it rains, look for the rainbow. But when it is dark, look for the stars. The greatest success stories in life were created by those persons who found opportunity and positivity in every problem. Together, let's be positive and make this entire world a better place. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Avilash, for a wonderful speech, Power of Positivity. It greatly signifies the day to day. Today being a bogey, we have to kill those negativity. You rightly gave a right speech at the right time, because from tomorrow onwards, we're going to have positive energy throughout. That's what the beginning of Pongal, actually the Surya Pongal talks about. Thank you for giving us a positivity through your speech and spreading the message. Thank you so much. And now, since as I mentioned before, we have other than prepared speeches, we have two more additional sessions today. The next session is going to be our education session, and today we have as you all know, we are coming closer to another set of contests for ISC and table topic contest. ISC, I mean International Speech Contest. So I know there are many people who will be interested to be part of ISC contest, but how do we crack that contest? How do we prepare ourselves for the contest? It's very important to know. So what if an expert comes and tells us how to do that? And today we have one such expert who's expert in both humorous speech and ISC contest and all sort of contest part within Toastmasters. So let me introduce to you our distinguished Toastmaster, Sriram Venkatraman. Sriram Venkatraman is working in information technology in DXE solutions. He has been a Toastmaster for more than 10 plus years. If I'm wrong, please correct me. And he has been the past area and division governor for District 82. And he was also a humorous speech and evaluation speech champion in the past, and also had many number of ExCom roles, including the past president of DXE Toastmasters. Now I welcome our distinguished Toastmaster, Sriram Venkatraman, to help us understand how to practice our speech and prepare for the speech. I welcome distinguished Toastmaster Sriram. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day, Lakshmi Narayana. I generally don't talk about the years because it would create a lot of havoc. But what I would say is that my experience, you had some questions, right? Whether it's 10 years or 15 years. So let me put it on a nutshell. So what is the age of Toastmaster Abhilash is my experience in Toastmasters. And what is the age of Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana is my age in my corporate life. Okay, so I think that makes clear. And with this, I leave the numbers to your own imagination itself. And that's how. And they were calling a lot of experts to the Chennai Toastmaster Club, but I don't know what made them me call as an expert, but I take it because that's what my mentor DTM Chendil Kumar always say. Sriram, if somebody comes and introduce you in a very, very flabbergasted way, makes you fall upside down, make you roll on the ground, just go and accept it. Because anyway, after 5 minutes of your session, they will definitely know the truth. And definitely they will go and run behind the introducer. So you just accept it and go with the flow. So in that way, I accept all your words, Lakshmi Narayana, and age and everything, experience, I have given you an hint. So from there, you can go and pick it up. So here I've been given a topic. Toastmaster Abhilash gave me a topic. I think it was a table topic for me yesterday. He gave me, sir, you need to take a session, Sriram. And said, yeah, okay, I'll take a session. What session? The topic he did not give. Yesterday only he gave me a topic stating that how to prepare a speech. You just come, blabber something, and then go. That's it. Now everything is over. And they said, okay, fine. Then he said Sunday, right? It's a Sunday is a Pongal. I thought something I would evade. No, Pongal, I need to eat Pongal. I'll be so tired. And he said, I know you will do like this. That's why our meeting is been pushed to Saturday because of you. So that way I got a little bit locked over here. Okay, because of you, we are pushing the meeting from Sunday to Saturday. So if people are giving me that much importance, then I should definitely go about it, right? So with that note, thank you so much, the entire CTM. But later on, Lakshmi Narayana clarified it. "Adallam onnum kedaiyadhu. Nobody is turning out on Sunday. That's why we push it on Saturday. So don't worry, make yourself hold high and all. But if you take his introduction, you'll be like, I am going to introduce Sriram, who is this champion, that champion, everything. And Lokesh was saying, even on champion. I have been playing lot of judge roles, and I have never ever seen Sriram on the stage at all. How can he call champion and all? So that's why what we do is, Lokesh, we just go to other district and be champion over there and then come back to this district. So like this, we'll go around. Okay. Whatever we say, people are accepting. So that's why they are calling for the session, it seems. So the topic today is Paul is very much worried. At least someone would use the word of the day. Abhilash, he fell down. He was hospitalized. His mother gave all the prasad, but still he did not use the word of the day. Potent, right? So Paul, for you, let me use the word of the day. CTM has lot of potential members in their club who can crack the ISC, but there is only one potent Toastmaster who can come and deliver a session on how to crack an ISC, which is Sriram. Okay, word of the day accepted. Sir, I think the word of the day, we have changed it to not potent, but you said it as potent. Take it away. Okay, so we have a lot of people except the table topic master Shruti. All are looking very nice. I think they are all with a smile, but I don't know what happened to Shruti. Something the area data would have come. Don't worry. So Naveen Raj, who always turns off my video whenever I come on the video, now he's first time he's turning on his video whenever I switched on my video. And I don't know what is the name of that person. His name is Chennai Toastmaster Club. I don't know he is the district, entire district 120 person or not. So he has given the name Chennai Toastmaster. Hi, Chennai Toastmaster Club. How are you? Cool. So since we had one Toastmaster who just turned on the video, I'm going to post this question to Toastmaster Naveen Raj, who is the ARC counter and the tax counter Toastmaster Bija, that according to you, what is a prepared speech? According to your own knowledge, what is a prepared speech? This, no, you have people like a VP education come and say, give a prepared speech, give a speech, contest is approaching, all these things, they do it, right? Don't believe on those things. They will say it will benefit you. Don't believe on those things. But according to you, of this, all the torture which you have undergone, what is a prepared speech?
I'll take the lead first. So I think prepared speech is a well rehearsed speech. You get to speak on the spot in other occasions, like other segments that we have in Toastmasters. But in prepared speech, you get a time to rehearse, prepare, express, think, and reevaluate your review your speech, get it reviewed from your mentor, and re-edit and then deliver.
Okay, I
So
think, did you somewhere study in matriculation school or state board school? Because it's on the dot from the book, like page number 1, left-hand side, first paragraph. From there, you repeat all the words, and you won't give me a time for me to run down the session as well. But yeah, your answer is good. Naveen, according to you, what is a prepared speech?
Okay.
I know your R counter. Don't start with and I'll say what is a prepared speech. Okay. This is an impromptu speech, table topic. I think Bija, I don't know whether the question got leaked or not, or you have attended my earlier session. You are like, from the prepared speech is like so, revalidate lot of technical terms. Naveen, everything she said from the book, you will.
Yes. So no, it's okay.
Okay, let's
It's
give some thinking time for him. Anybody else who wants to share, like Paul or Chennai Toastmaster Club, Alais Palanichami, you want to share something? What is a prepared speech? Yeah, go ahead. Anybody can unmute and say.
as per the project to prepare a speech and deliver a speech. That is
As per the project, you need to prepare a speech and deliver the speech. Okay, I really like that question. Prepare a speech. That is very good. No, you prepare and then deliver, because many speakers like me and all, we don't prepare.
You're all experts, sir. Experts don't need preparation.
Okay, we will come back to the debate moderator with it later with Lokesh. But Naveen, now tell me what is prepared speech.
As same as we need to prepare a speech according to the project objectives, and we need to get the approval from our mentor.
My one slide over. Please get in touch with mentor. Some people won't do it. If tomorrow is the contest, people like Abhilash will send tonight at 12 o'clock. Sriram, please review it and let it me. My contest is tomorrow early morning 6 o'clock. So these kind of things is what happens generally in for mentor and mentee. So get it approved from mentor. Great point. I mean, yeah, you are a very good observer. Anybody has any other questions? What is a prepared speech? Or what is a speech? Your now contest is appearing. What is a speech? Prepared speech. What is it actually? As Vijay said, everything. Naveen says, get it approved from mentor, prepare something and then deliver. Yes, Lakshmi Narayana. Yes, Lax.
Some message which we are convinced, we put it in a speech and deliver so that audience also gets our message.
Beautiful, beautiful. So prepare speech is nothing but whatever definitions you gave is everything good. But ultimate on a nutshell is that you need to give some message to the audience. That is a speech, as Lakshmi said. If message after the session is never ever call Sriram for CTM session, that is a good message which people is giving. So it has rightly hit. Okay, so that is also a message. Go and slap your area director. That is also a message. If the speech contains that one, beautiful. So speech is nothing but you need to give a message. Message can be anything. Okay, don't think, oh, message should be like avoid procrastination, no instant formula. These are all nothing. It can be any simple message. Brush your teeth daily. That is also a very good message. Right? So that is what is called about speech is all about. So now what are the ingredients which are being present in a speech? That's what we are going to take it up today. Okay, so that it will help you plan your speech better in your contest or in a normal meeting as well. One thing what generally my mentor always says to me is that my mentor is DTM Parthasarathi. He always says that, Sriram, don't take contest speech or your normal delivery, whatever speech you deliver in your meeting, don't take it up separately. Prepare both the speeches, give your full percentage efficiency, everything, and prepare both the speeches. Treat every speech as your contest speech. Then you don't need to prepare separately for a contest. Okay, that's what I wanted to. If Abhilash is giving a prepared speech, prepare it sincerely, rehearse it with your mentor, prepare it sincerely and deliver it. And with your feedbacks, refine it and deliver it next time. Okay, and who knows, your normal speech would become your contest speech. That's what generally happened to me when I delivered an ice cream speech. It was just on the cuff. That's it. I just had an idea and I delivered it as a part of CC4. But who knows, that became my contest winning speech itself. Right? So prepare your speech, everything as your contest speech and then deliver it. Okay, that would be my first tip for you. And my second tip is that there is always a myth. I'm just trying to share my PPT, but somehow I couldn't do it. Just let me know if you are able to see my screen. You guys are able to see my screen? Let me share it right now.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Super cool. So first, what is a speech? You deliver a message to the audience. That is a speech. Okay, this point is clear, right? Now, second one, there is always a myth that IAC speech means you need to make people cry. And humorous speech means you will make people laugh. This is always a myth. Just forget this myth at all. Okay, even in IAC speech also, you can make audience just make them roll on the ground itself. Okay, so don't have it that IAC means I will make them cry. They should come with the 2 kgs of cloth, wipe their eyes, go with the tears only outside the room. Nothing like that. You can still make them laugh, make them entertained. Okay, that is also there. So don't have that analogy, because I have seen many people who ask me the question, sir, IAC means why you want to include humor? It's not like that. If you see Toastmaster Shamra's speech, many of his IAC first 3 minutes, he'll be just cracking jokes. Okay, so forget this myth. Now, second thing, now this is the main ingredient which you follow it in ISC. Okay. Assuming I will take this one brilliant example. Let me take an example of Toastmaster Abhilash's speech today itself. Okay. What was the message that Abhilash delivered today?
Power of positivity.
core
We
of
need, we
positivity.
need to be positive.
We need to be positive. That was a simple message which he delivered, right? Was there something new in his speech today? Was there something new? Even a small humor, small emotional quotient, or some character? Was there something new in his speech today?
The examples he gave is little different.
Example he gave was little bit different. He gave a
Yeah.
personalized example. Was there something new here? Okay, let's keep Abhilash now. We'll come back at the end of the session. Okay, now I'm going to take a typical example now of, suppose, for example, my one of my favorite speech prepared by my mentee Toastmaster Satya was it other side of the coin. That was a speech which he prepared on his division contest on 2016. Okay, in that, this is how the screenplay goes. So there are two people who are just driving their car. Okay, suddenly out of the median in the road, one guy jumped over his car. The car hit the man and the person fell on the ground with a lot of blood oozing out from the brain, and lot of people gathered around. Okay, and then they called the ambulance, they called the police. The police came, they took the person in the ambulance to the hospital. He was saved over there. The police came and arrested the driver. And the question he asked is, who was the person who hit that person? Who was the driver who hit that person who crossed on the median? And the one of the audience raised their hand and said that I will not share the details even though I saw the driver. I know the car details, but I will not share. The police gave a tight slap to him and arrested him. And he said, why you are arresting me? You are not capable of arresting the driver itself, because the mistake was not on the driver. The mistake was actually on the person who is not supposed to jump on the median. He should cross only during the pedestrian crossing. And then the person asked, will you arrest a person will you arrest the train driver if it hits the person and goes away? You are not arresting, right? Or are you arresting the flight pilot if he comes and hits somewhere who's there on the animal who's there on the runway? No, right? But why only for the car it is applicable? Now, this is a new message for me. Generally, we all feel emotional to the person who got hit, but actually the mistake is not in him. We need to feel emotional to the driver because it was not his mistake. Right? So this is something which there was a new to me. That's where we had a twist here. You remember we had a twist. Everybody was giving their emotional, they were feeling pity for the patient who just went onto the road, who was hit by the car, but nobody did feel any pity for the driver. So this was something new, and this was a twist which the speaker produced. Okay, and that's why in your speech, if your examples, if you're able to give a concept which is something new to the audience, and thereby where you create a twist to the brain action for among the audience, and that's where you get a standing ovation for the speech. You take all the world championship of public speaking, whatever they say, it's all there in the world, but they just say it something different. They frame the screenplay that it is a new concept. They give a twist to us, and that's where you get a standing ovation. Okay, so make sure that if you're developing a concept, make sure that if it is new to the audience, and if you're able to give a twist on the tail on your screenplay, that's where it hits hard among the audience. Always make sure that it can be through your humorous note, it can be through your emotional content, whatever delivery styles you have, it can be it, but make sure that you give something new. If Abhilash have given an example apart from action, if he has given some other example which is new to the 80% of the audience, immediately there would be a standing ovation. If he has given a small twist on positivity itself, that could be an standing ovation. Okay, so that's where I just want to make sure that these two concepts, T and N, Tamil Nadu, TN, T for twist and N for something new which you're going to give to the audience. Not the concept, but give an example which is something new. Right? You got it? So apply this Tamil Nadu, TN to your inks. Now, in ISE, as an audience or as a judge, what is actually I'm going to do while hearing your speech? Now, it's a speaker, Abhilash, who's delivering on the stage. Now, what is that I'm actually expecting? This is what I'm actually expecting. I'm sure everybody would have seen this movie and everybody would know about Dhoni. because it's all available in Wikipedia. But as an audience, we all got connected to this movie because I was actually not seeing Sushant Singh Rajput. I was actually seeing Dhoni in Sushant Singh Rajput. That is the catch. So I am here sitting, witnessing your speech. I want to know what are all the pains you have undergone? What are all the challenges you have undergone, and how did you as a person overcome it? You got it? If I take Abhilash example, today I'm actually witnessing, I could see Abhilash lying down on the bed. I could see the emotion of his mom taking the prasad and eating on his forehead. And then he says, thank God. That is something new in his speech, right? So I am able to see how Abhilash overcome his challenge. Though he was lying down his bed, next he came second in his examination. So I am here to know all these details of Abhilash's pain challenge and how did he overcome it. And I am not here to know about a person, right? That is a catch. So make sure that your speech is more personalized in you. You are here to deliver your own experience. And that's why I am here to know. Got it? I know about world champions of public speaking, but I don't know about Abhilash. So Abhilash need not come to the stage and say examples thrown by WCPS. Abhilash can throw his life own example like what he did today. His hospital experience is a lesson learned for everyone. What my mother said, don't thank anyone, thank God because you are alive today. That is one sharp example. Tomorrow, if I see someone at the hospital, I'll do the same thing first. That is a lesson for me. That is a new thing which I learned today. And that was a twist Abhilash gave me today in the form of his mom. You got it? What I'm trying to say? That's how your speech should contain. Okay. And second, this is my favorite example. What is this? This is typically Abhilash, Manmadan of the District 120. Okay. So that's Abhilash for you. And that four of his girlfriend or secret wives, whatever you want to call, you just call. And this is what I always call whenever you are preparing a contest speech, this is the principle which you need to follow. Apart from Tamil Nadu, follow this principle, which is one husband, four wives. Double square Lord Muruga also. Okay, but I'm not getting it. But what is this one husband, four principle is this is what the H stands for how, and the W, wife, four wives stands for what, where, who, and when. If your screenplay could have all these questions answered, imagine that I am a third person, you are giving your script to me, or I am hearing your speech. If your speech could answer these questions, which always linger on audience mind, you are on the right spot. Okay, for example, if I take the same speech of Abhilash, now his speech is on positivity. He gave an example of his hospital incident. Now my question to you is, who were the characters in his speech? Who are the characters? Who was a villain? Who was a hero? Who played the supporting role? All the characters he could mention. So in his speech is the hospital, is his mom, and he, right? And what actually happened? He got accident, he got hospitalized, and then he transformed. What actually accident? He answered that. Where it happened, when it happened, and when the transformation also happened. Okay, I'm not an evaluator, Abhilash, but if you could stress on that when and what transformation happened in a detailed manner, because you just said I became second. For me, my thing is how you became second even when you are lying on the bed demotivated. How did you motivate yourself and how did you become second is what I want to know. If you could answer that, Abhilash, you are that person for me. Your speech would not only resonate in my ears only between 4 to 6, even though I come back on 2057 for another session, your speech I will still remember because you have answered me that one husband and four wives principle. You all got it? I just took Abhilash as an example because just now you witnessed his speech, right? So if you are able to answer all these 5 points in your speech, you are on that perfect dot. Okay, how did you transform, or what happened, what made you to transform, where did the incident happen, and who were the characters in your speeches, and when all these incidents happen. If you are able to give it a nutshell, just spend 45 seconds for each of these 5 concepts, and remaining 45 seconds for your introduction and remaining 45 seconds for your climax, your 5 to 7 minute speech is on the trot. Right? You all got it? That's why I just wanted, this is one simple thing which I just imbibed on my speeches. Even though it's an humorous or ISE, just a speech, you take this. And this is my last thing. And you all know what are these 4 movies. Can anybody say what are all these 4 movies?
Dangal, Vikram Veda,
Mm.
Premam.
Prema and
Premam.
3 Idiots.
Premam and another?
3 Idiots.
3 Idiots. Yeah, Lokesh, I know you're scolding me as an idiot. That's fine. So these are the means. Now, if I say, okay, all these movies were mega hit movies, right? All 4 movies, whenever they put it in the television, we all see it repeatedly. Now, what made these movie a mega blockbuster hit? What was that one thing which made this movie a mega blockbuster hit?
Script.
Beautiful script. If you take all these 4 movies, right, they don't have a story. They don't have complicated story. They don't have like 100 characters like Warisu movie, and still the movie was flop, right? So they don't have all those things. Any Vijay fans, please forgive me. Even Tunivu was also not good for me. So I did not have the Tunivu to go and watch Warisu. Okay. So if you take all these 4 movies, simple plot. If you take 3 Idiots, very simple. It's a story about 3 friends, right? They have supporting character, but what made this movie is that screenplay. How did the screenplay went to the entire, all these movies were 3 hours movie, friends. It was not 2.5 hours movie. All these were 3 hours movie, but still they made us glued to their seats with their powerful screenplay, right? So your screenplay matters the most. And that's why I'm saying all those 5 principles of 1H and 4W, if you are able to implement in your screenplay, that's where your speech would become a mega blockbuster. Okay, so screenplay is very, very important. And that's where your mentor plays a very, very important question, as what Naveen said. Yes, please rehearse your speech with your mentor or any senior Toastmasters who had the experience in that stage. Be it 3 months or 3 years, no problem at all. Just always make sure that you show your script to another person. It need not be a Toastmaster as well, right? Show your script to the other person, because from their view, you would get one thing. For an example, in my last year ISC speech, I had this one small line in my speech stating that, said, rest in peace, my brother. Okay, this was a line which I actually wrote, but one of the guests who actually witnessed my speech in my club, he said, rest in peace, brother is grammatically incorrect. You need to tweak it. He was a guest. He was a guest. First time is happening, but he said, rest in peace, brother. You can't say it because you say it only after the person is dead. But if the person is still at the hospital bed, you can't go and say this word. Very valid point. And then we need to tweak in little bit of screenplay, and then I injected that word. Okay, so this is what is actually always happened. And there is one thing which literally happened on my introduction, where I said London Bridge is actually falling down was my first dialogue on my speech. And then, but there was one person, Shamraj, who came and told me that Sriram, London Bridge is falling down is actually a common said. People who love it, let's make it little bit more interesting. Then he came on, he said, add this word, like London people are the coolest people in the world, because these guys sat on a bridge and wrote rhymes even though when the London Bridge was falling down. So there was a small tweak. He said he was just addressing the question that how London people are so cool because they just sat and wrote rhymes when the London Bridge was falling down. So he just gave me this blend to add it up. So that became something new to the audience. And so people said your interaction was so good, Sriram. Okay. So these are the things which you would get. You would help, people would help you refine your scripts the moment you start sharing with them. Okay. And my final audience is my niece. She is just studying 5th standard, and I always rehearse the script with her. Because for me, if I'm able to make her sit for 5 minutes, I'm a winner, because she can't sit. So the gimmicks I need to make, the quotients I need to make, delivery styles I need to make, if I'm able to satisfy her, then I'm a winner. So you can show your script to anyone, get it refined. That would always help you. And my final 2 points before I end, is always know your audience. This is very, very, very important. If you have heard DTM Chendil Kumar's speech, this is what he always said to me when I gave one example, which I gave to you. Is you all know Toastmaster Sridhar Ranganathan, right? So in the year 2016, when I'm first time witnessing his speech on a division stage, he spoke about actor Madhavan. He just trolled the actor Madhavan. Everybody were just rolling down on the floors, laughing down. He became the clear winner when he finished his speech. But the moment when he landed to Sri Lanka and he gave the same speech, there was only 20% of the people who were actually laughing, because 70% of the Sri Lankans were not aware about Madhavan and his qualities and his movies are. Only 30% of the people, audience were aware. And only 30% of the people were actually smiling. Remaining 70% we lost. So it is always important that you know your audience well before. If you know your audience, your speech would be received in this manner. But if you don't know and you come and blabber something, this is how the reactions of the audience would be. And friends, I need to make Deepika Padukone picture, then only I could get a glance, laughter from Naveen and then Abhilash, else they won't see it at all posted. So this is also that audience analysis for me. I know how to make Abhilash glue to my screen. This is one technique, but don't worry, Abhilash, you have the moderator Lokesh and Chennai Toastmaster and Lakshmi Narana. I have a separate slide for them, which will make them glue. Watch out for that space. Okay. Sweet revenge for you, Abhilash. Don't worry. Okay. So always Chendil Kumar always says, if you fail to understand the level of audience or audience geographically, it is like writing a love letter to whomsoever it may concern. I repeat it, understand? If you fail or if you don't know your audience geography, it is like writing a love letter to whomsoever it may concern. Abhilash and I generally, that's what we do. We just take the love letter and on February 14th, we'll be like, hey, whomsoever you please take it, take it. That's what happens, but that's a different story. But when it comes, it's different. Okay. Now, this is one point which I would like to say. Always your speech, your message should always reach the audience rather than should not be like a preach. You got it? This is one of the favorite sentence which always we tend to do it in evaluation. So always your message should reach the audience, not preach. So your message and your speech should be like that Rava Kesari. If your Rava Kesari has excess sugar in it, excess ghee in it, it would create some nauseation, right? So it should have the right quantity of sugar, a right quantity of ghee, and the right quantity of that Rava. Then it tastes superb. So make sure that even though your message should not be like a preaching mode, okay, it should always reach the audience. So make it intact. If positivity is a message, give that positivity and then go leave the audience. Always make sure that you leave the audience at the melting stage. That is very, very important. Okay. Now, question to you all. You all know these three champion speakers, right? They were champion. One is 2014 champion, one is 2015 champion, another is our 2017 humorous champion. Now, what was that one similarity which all these three speakers had, which made the speech a world champion and also we still remember till today? Some people, they don't know what is the full name of Dhananjaya Hitrachi, but when they see the rose, they remember him. When they see a cigarette, they remember him. And each till today, whenever I see a lungi, I used to remember Karthik Mohandas. So what was that thing which these three people did, which made their speech so memorable?
Property.
Property, good.
For Mohammed Katani, it was controversy. The way he started was a very controversial
Good.
start.
Yeah, you can have a controversial start. Beautiful. Property they used. Yes.
And for Dhananjaya Hitrachi, one particular thing was one refrain that he always said, combine everything together. That's my mother.
That's my mother. Yeah. So he delivered that punch over there. That made him good. Any other answers? Chennai Toastmasters, alias Palanisamy. Whatever comes to your mind. I hope you would have witnessed at least one of these speeches, these three people. If not, go to the YouTube and see. But what was that eye-catching moment when I was discussing with these three people is what this I actually got it. They all had a mass opening and a classical ending. Whatever Abhilash said, whatever Lakshmi said, it's all right. But what they did is they did their opening act was something different. Either it was used to property, or it was their action, or it was their favorite statement. They had a mass opening statement and a classical ending statement. If you could see Karthik Mohandas, right, the first 45 seconds, he did not speak even a word. He just removed all his clothes and he was just throwing it on the stage members. That's it he did, which was something different. Again, the new and the twist. We can't see Abhilash coming and showing his six-pack onto the stage. We can't do that. But moment, who knows, tomorrow he might come and do that, which would be an moment, awestruck moment for everyone. Right. So this was always make sure that you have a very wonderful mass opening and a classic ending. Classic ending is always Karthik Mohandas says, people won't remember, even though your screenplay is powerful, Sriram, people always remember your first 45 seconds and your last 45 seconds of your speech. So that's why it's very, very important that you could develop. That's why people throw a lot of questions, lot of song, they dance, everything they do because they want to have that mass opening. Okay, that's the thing. And this is my closing statement. One of my favorite thing when I did my speech on 2016, I lost. And in 2018, I was able to refrain because of this valuable point. So what are these two pictures? Can anyone say? What are these two movies?
Original and remake.
Original and remake, yeah. And one is Drishyam, another is Papanasam.
Drishyam.
Yeah, Drishyam and Papanasam. Now, these two movies were hit. There were a lot of movies which they remake, but it did not reach the audience very well. But what made these two movies reach the audience, even though people know the story, I watched Drishyam and then I went and saw Papanasam. I know right from the start till the end what is that is going to happen. I know the screenplay, I know the twist, I know everything, I know climax as well. But what made the movie reach the audience is this one. Emotions. Never ever copy others' emotion. Sometimes people say, hey, Dhananjay did this activity, let me go and do the same activity. You would have seen a lot of people injecting his favorite punchline into their speeches, which is actually not needed. So don't copy the others' emotions into your own story. Emotions should be from your own heart. Then only it reaches more. If you could see, Mohanlal delivered his, it's like if you all know the climax, right? Mohanlal delivered in his own style and Kamal Haasan did it on his own style. Neither of them copied it. If you take the Hindi version, Ajay Devgan did it on his own style. You just imagine if Ajay Devgan copied exactly Kamal Haasan's overacting style and he did it, what you say? People would definitely throw stones on it. Okay. So make sure that whatever emotions which you can do it from your own heart, do it. Don't fake others' emotions. Don't copy others' emotions. Concept or anything can be copied. But what I'm saying is, don't copy others' emotions. What he emoted, you don't need to copy it. Make sure that it is from your own heart, right? That's a very, very important thing which I wanted to share it with you all. All these things, make sure that your body language, your vocal variety, whatever you want to do it, add it to your speech. Wherever possible, you can do a body language. Wherever possible, where you can cut down your word and emote it through your vocal variety or power of silence, everything would always help you across. Okay. And okay, I forgot this last slide for this Lakshmi Narayana and Palnisami. This is your slide for you while I'm going to end. So mostly, I think we'll open this forum for question answers, and mostly this is what I just wanted to convey. Lakshmi Narayana, the slide is for you. All these talks about vocabulary, I was not able to take it up fully. This is for you, Lakshmi Narayana. My final take. You have now all your script ready. Okay, what will be your final thing?
I didn't get you, so should I?
Okay, what does this
So
picture infer? Tell me. You know
unmask,
all. You now have your.
yeah, unmasking ourselves. We all go with the mask, and I'm trying to remove the
What mask
mask.
you generally go, Lakshmi Narayana?
Trying to show myself very nice and very calm.
Okay, you want to unmask it and then show your real face,
Yeah.
right? Okay, cool. Anybody else? See, whenever see
I
Sunny
think this
Leon.
is CTM meeting.
Mm,
Be vulnerable.
be vulnerable. That's fine. Yeah, you can show all your stage commanding techniques. Good. Be vulnerable. Yeah. But you don't need to worry because I know it's a CTM forum, and this poster was from, I just took it from Vellore Institute of Technology, where Sunny Leon had a small performance, and the title of the speech was kept as Unmask the Mask, right? So you have prepared all your speech, and last would be your title. So make sure that you have a catchy title. And always I say that your speech generally starts, audience generally perceive you, receive you, not from your first gesture which you do on the stage, the moment your title is being announced by the MCs. The moment the title is announced, right at that moment, the expectation starts. And that's why in today's movies, we all have the title release itself, they do it separately, right? They still keep it as AK-67, Talaivar 167, like that only they keep it. And then we are all are waiting, what would be the title, right? So from that title itself, your speech level starts. Okay, so make sure that you always have a catchy title. And even if you take the 3 world champions, which I say, even Karthik Mohandas, the moment he actually changed the title for his division and district, so the moment the title was announced, there was a thing. Curiosity always starts. Okay, so this is my last. So make sure that you have a catchy title, and that's where always it goes with it. Okay, title can be simple as well, but make sure that your title is an catchy one. Okay, so these are things which I wanted to share with you all. These are the few points which I wanted to share it with you all. These are the things which I generally know, follow it up during my preparation of the speeches, either it's contest speech or a normal delivery speech. I have this content. So now I open this forum for any question answers. Sorry if I have taken a lot of time. I could not see the time because it was on a slideshow mode. But if there are any questions, you can please ask. Probably for time being, we can have quick couple of questions, and then probably at the end of the meeting, we can have it so that we don't damage the picture flow.
How important is practice?
As I say, practice is very, very important. I would clearly like to quote this example. I'm sure everybody would have heard this example. It's about a press interviewer interviewing Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? So interviewer asked him, how many push-ups you actually do in a day? And Arnold's reply is that I don't count. I stop as long my body pains. So he doesn't count. So what he does is practice, practice, practice. So there is no limit for your practice. Till the end moment, you can still practice. And I know even I do it, even when suppose I am a 5th contestant, even 4 contestants are on the stage, I used to practice. So there is no limitation. As much as you practice, as much you'll be owning the stage there. So no limitations, sir, for that. Any other question? Probably we can take one last question, and then if you have whatever questions you have, you can probably put it in the chat window. I can answer it over there, or we can take it after the meeting as well. So if there are no questions, thank you so much for patiently listening. I hope I would have not confused you. I would have probably cleared you, and my suggestions would have helped you to frame your speech more better. So at least that would be one takeaway for you all. So with this, I would like to thank humbly and honorably the president of Chennai Toastmaster Club and Toastmaster Abhilash for inviting me to do a session in your club. So thank you so much, and let's catch up at the end of the meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Lakshmi.
Thank you, Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmasters, Sriram. We really want to thank you for coming over here and delivering a wonderful message to us, giving an excellent session. I think everyone was glued to your speech. And I want to thank again our VBE and President for inviting you and giving us a wonderful session today. Thank you so much. Let's give a big round of applause to distinguished Toastmaster.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
No, because I learned a lot from your speech. So what I'm seeing is like this speech doesn't seem to be a prepared speech for you. You just come and deliver a speech, take examples from whatever the first prepared speaker has said. So this is what really surprised me. Maybe you'll ask it as a question at the end of this meeting. There are too many questions to ask for. Thank you so much once again. Thank you. And now we move to the next part of this meeting, which is a table topics session. And today we have our table topic master as Toastmaster Shruti. So Toastmaster Shruti is a Bharatanatyam and Kathak dancer who's interested in linguistics and literature and curious to learn anything new. She's currently working as associate product manager in 999 Digisoft inside Private Limited. I welcome Toastmaster Shruti to take over the stage from here. Over to you, Toastmaster Shruti.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Lakshmi Narayana. And this is the most exciting part of the meeting, because so far we have seen the education session, which was very interactive, but now is the time for you to improve, come up and speak. In this session, you will be attempting, I will be asking you a few questions and you have to give an improv speech. So who is going to be the first person to take up a question? Any volunteers? Guests are also welcome. Okay, I see Shrikant Kuttikrishnan, Toastmaster Shrikant Kuttikrishnan raising his hand. Good evening, sir. And your first question is that I will give you three words, and you will have to make up a story with those three words, including those three words. You got it, sir?
Yeah, please go ahead.
So your three words will be time, books, ink.
Thank you very much. A very happy Pongal to all Toastmasters and guests who are present here. Time, book, and ink. All the three words that has been given to me signifies a very important thing called as infinity in life. Book, I truly believe a man's character is built by the number of books that he can read in his lifetime, and there is no dearth of books that is available. And time and tide waits no man. And it is a fact that even a pauper and a millionaire are both given the equal amount of time. What needs to be understood is how well we spend this time, because once it is through our fingers, we are not going to get it back. And the other one is also equally important. Can you please tell me what is the third word, Shruti? Sorry? Ink. Yeah. Yeah. If you look at the creation as a whole, in most of the scriptures, it is being declared that even if the ocean, the entire ocean and sea in this planet Earth turns to ink, and you start describing the grandness, the magnanimity of the Creator, of how beautiful this creation, how vast and expansive and infinite it is, the entire ocean would go dry, the ink would go dry, but you still need more to describe about it. So it is something which is infinity embedded in all these three words, whether it is ink, book, and time. And all the three things are very valuable to each one of us. And we need to spend and we need to use these things very judiciously, because each one of them adds more value to our life and enhances and enriches our life. Thank you very much, and back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shrikant, for your very good try and inspiring us with your words. And moving on, we have another three words. I see DTM Nina ma'am. Could you please take a topic?
Certainly, Madam Toastmaster, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Your three words would be you, me, and us. I repeat, you, me, and us.
Toastmasters Day, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. You, me, and us. Out of all these three, me is always the most important. We always look at life through our own lens. I said this and she said that. How could she say that? We always think we are right every day, all the time. Whatever we say, that is our perspective of life. And really, I think that's what DTM Sriram was trying to bring out in his ISC training or speech training. The fact that whatever we see, whatever we project as a speech is our view of life. But again, based on the speech, I am talking to you. So can I talk only about myself? Do I not need to consider what you are thinking? If there is a situation, do I not need to understand your perspective? And that's what speeches are all about. I am speaking, but I'm speaking from your perspective. And when I understand, when I have the sympathy to understand your situation, when I can empathize with what you are going through, then together we have a joint vision of what is possible in the future. And that's really what it's all about. Us facing the future together. Competition, collaboration, and being part of a togetherness. That's really what life is about, a microcosm seen in all our speeches. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster. Me, you, and us.
Absolutely beautiful speech. Thank you, Toastmaster Nina ma'am. And any volunteers who can, this time is going to be another question, not the 3 words. Anyone? Okay, let me pick one. Anirudh, are you comfortable taking the topic?
Yeah, I'm comfortable. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Good.
It would be great if you could turn on your camera, if it's possible.
Just a second.
Thank you. Okay, now it's a festival time. Let's go on to a few festival questions. So can you tell us something interesting about your favorite festival? Anything, your favorite sweet, anything?
It's a very easy question. My favorite festival is Diwali. When my mom makes many sweets, she makes many like crispy savories and everything. It's also the time when I get to meet many of my cousins. They come from like different parts of the country. They all come to my house here, so we can we can really spend time together. Most important part is the sweets, because my mom really doesn't give me sweets very much. At one point of time when I can go, I can also have midnight snacks whenever I want, and no one can stop me. I have unlimited access. So I would say that my favorite festival is Diwali. It's also the time when we can always hope for it's a rainy season, so you can always hope for some more extra days of leave by chance. So that's it. Thanks. Thank you, and over to you, table topic master.
Thank you, Anirudh, for sharing your experience and your favorite sweet. Any other volunteers who can come forward? Toastmaster Bija, thank you. Could you please turn on your camera? Thank you, Toastmaster.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Absolutely. Your question would be, what is the important role that festival plays in Indian culture? I repeat, what is the important role that festival plays in Indian culture?
Thank you, Table Topic Master. I think festivals play a very vital role in our culture. Today, the generation that we are living in, everybody is living in a nuclear family mostly. And festival is that period of time when we have relatives, friends, everybody visiting us. And that is where we feel the joy of being together, celebrating and celebrating the time, celebrating the festive season. If you are celebrating it all within your family alone, it doesn't bring that joy the amount of joy that brings when you have all your relatives coming and celebrating it together. I still have my memories quite fresh in my mind, my childhood memories rather, where my uncle, who used to stay a little far, two of my uncles, and they never used to visit frequently as such, but this was a season. Onam and Vishu were the two festivals that we celebrate, and celebrating it together with those with the family, the cousins are so fresh that you can cherish them lifelong. So I think they play a very vital role in our lives. Over to you, table topic master.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Now that you have mentioned Onam, I got to know that you're from Kerala. Thank you. Role players are also welcome to participate in this session. So now that we don't have any guests today, anyone can come forward.
Yeah, if there is no other non-role players, I would like to take up.
Thank you. Non-role players, I see a few people.
Maybe you can invite them if there are non-role players.
Great, I see a person who just joined. Guest Sendil. Are you comfortable taking a table topic?
Okay, that's kind of surprising. I just logged in.
This is a welcome for you.
Okay, thank you.
Let him be there for some time, understand what it is, and then.
All right.
Yeah, I'm a Toastmaster from Barclays Chennai Toastmasters Club. So
then you have no excuse. Go ahead.
No, that's not an excuse. I'm saying it's kind of a surprise that I just logged in and you're calling my name out immediately.
Okay, let me give you a question. Guess then. If you were to start a new festival, what would it be and how will it be like?
Okay,
I repeat, okay.
Yeah. So if I have to start a new festival.
Yes.
Okay, so that's something difficult. Okay, I would start a festival in which I would encourage people to donate, to come forward and donate. I think that's something we don't have today here in our country. To give up, to come forward and donate. Most of our festivals are aligned to the religions. Like Hindus follow a set of festivals, and then Christians and Muslims, we all have our own festivals. And other than the Independence Day and Republic Day, there's no festival that brings us all together. Like, yes, of course, New Year is there, but none of the other festivals brings us all together. So maybe that I would start a festival in which people should come forward and start donating. They can donate anything they want. It doesn't need to be something on monetary terms. It can be food or it can be cloth. You can come forward and donate to the people who are not in a good position, people who are struggling in their lives economically, and people who are struggling for their shelter, clothing. People can always come forward and to the welfare homes, children welfare homes, old age homes. So I would maybe start a festival on that and start driving people towards it, because when it becomes a festival, right, it doesn't matter what it is, you've got your offers, you've got your own business or something to take care. But when it becomes a festival, it's being declared that, it is a festival. So everybody gets engaged onto it, rather than saying that, I don't have the money with me right now, I don't have the time with me right now. No excuses comes in when it becomes a festival. So I'm sure that, most of us, like 99% of us, would get on to the activity of giving things, giving away things, and helping each other. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guest Sendil, for taking up and very thoughtful. Your topic, the way you said it and about the donations was very thoughtful. And do we have any, okay, moving back to Toastmaster Rekha.
Yeah.
Yes. Now we are back with three word thing. So your 3 words would be crow, water, and stones.
crow, water and stones, not only me, any audience listening to these words would have thought about the childhood story, would have heard about the crow, stone and the water. But recently this reminds me, the crow and the water, maybe I'll neglect the stone word as of now or ignore that. I remember seeing a video clip where a lady, she keeps water, and there is crow which comes, and every time she keeps water, this crow comes and it pushes the cup down and it plays. So I think gone are the days where crows are using the intellect to throw to put the pebbles or the stones to drink water. Now they are more mischievous and fun-loving crows where they are playing with waters. But one thing which we can learn from that story, the old story, that the crow uses the stone um, to help drink water. So the intelligence is not just like limited to few people, but it is everyone are intelligent. From the crow we can learn this, that everyone are intelligent. How well we use the intelligence is up to us, and what resources are available with us. Every resource can be utilized for the best of our we can use our resources for our well-being and for our improvement. So stones and water and the crow reminds me of that everyone are intelligent, we can use our resources, and the crows are more intelligent and playful compared to the old stories we have heard. With this, I hand over the control to you, Toastmaster Shruti.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rekha. And with this, I close the session. With this, we bring in new experiences, new things from what we typically see in our regular Toastmaster session. That is the beauty of table topics. So I give the session over to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you to Toastmaster Shruti for a wonderful table topic session. And now, before going to evaluation session, we have one special session today in this meeting, that is a debate session. And today, to have this debate session, we have a debate moderator, Toastmaster Lokesh. Toastmaster Lokesh is pursuing a PhD at IIT Mumbai, and he loves reading books and playing table tennis as well. He's currently in Mumbai, he's currently online. So I welcome Toastmaster Lokesh to take over the stage and conduct this debate session. Over to you, Toastmaster Lokesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Lakshmi Narayana. And good evening to one and all present here. And advance happy Pongal wishes to fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. When I was a kid, when this Pongal season used to come, I used to be pumped with excitement due to this 4-day holiday I used to get for Bogi, Pongal, Matu Pongal, and Kanum Pongal. Today, I celebrated Pongal with a Tamil community here in Mumbai, and we all explained our own tradition about what Pongal is and why Pongal is being celebrated here. Again, in my undergraduation, when I was doing my BTech, Pongal was just a one-day event. I had just 1 day off to celebrate Pongal. But currently, I have celebrated, but I do feel that celebration is not complete without a public holiday. A public holiday is important to get into that festive mood and celebrate festivals. So the discussion which I'm going to moderate today is it important to declare public holidays for regional festivals in India? So for this discussion, I would request 2 teams to come for the discussion, and each team, for 4 team, I would request Distinguished Toastmaster Sriram, Distinguished Toastmaster Nina John ma'am, and Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana to be on the far side, and Toastmaster Rekha Toastmaster Srikanth Kuttikrishnan and Toastmaster Anirudh to be on the against side to debate on this topic. So I leave. Now I would request anyone to unmute and start for or against the topic which I have proposed.
One little clarity on the teams, please. I didn't get the names.
Yeah, so distinguished Toastmaster Neena John ma'am, distinguished Toastmaster Sri Ram, and Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana for team. And
can you give the topic one more time? What is it?
Okay, is it mandatory to declare public holidays for regional festivals in India? So is it like for the government to declare public holidays for the regional festivals in India?
So regional festivals are mandatory is for and not required is against.
Yeah.
The other team is Rekha. Who's there in the against team?
Against team, Toastmaster Anirudh, Toastmaster Srikanth Kuttikrishnan, and Toastmaster Rekha.
Would you like to start? And how much time for each person?
2 minutes. So each speaker is requested to speak for 2 minutes.
So we alternate for and against.
Can we have the check on the time as well? Because we have evaluation. Should we have 2 minutes for each speaker?
So like 3 plus 3, so 12 minutes that will come. So
yeah.
Okay, you can have it for maybe 1.5 minutes. 1.5 minutes would be good.
Okay, Sriram, go for it.
I always prefer at the last, but you want me to go for it? Okay, cool.
Lakshmi Narayan, would you like to start?
Yeah, I'll take it up as a table topics. Yes, sure, I can.
They're all table topics. Go for it.
Thank you. Okay, so is it mandatory to declare public holiday for regional festival? Yes, I believe it has to be. This reason is, for example, I'm working in a company where we have office, it's an MNC company, but we have a boss sitting in Bangalore office and I'm in Chennai office. So they don't have a holiday for Monday and Tuesday for Pongal festival. They don't celebrate that festival. But when it comes to us, they also had the same plan. They didn't plan for a big holiday for us in Chennai. But later, when we all fought for, we told that how important is the festival, how important it is to have a holiday on that particular day. Though you're talking about giving a public holiday by government, yes, here the government has given the public holiday, so they have to adhere to it. The reason is we need a day off to celebrate the festival. We can't be going back and forth looking at my laptop, checking my emails and coming back and doing it. I want to completely shut off my work there and I have to focus on the festival. The best example is tomorrow being Pongal. Now my family is waiting when I'm going to finish this meeting because I need to go and buy groceries, I need to go and buy sugarcane, all those things. So it's very, very important to have public holiday for a regional festival. More so because that's a time where we are going to interact with more people. We all have to meet together. That's a time we are going to celebrate. The whole idea of, for example, the Pongal is that to celebrate the new beginnings. So when you celebrate the new beginnings, we have to meet with new people. That's why we have one more festival called Kanum Pongal, where we meet all the people. So it's very, very important to have a public holiday for a regional festival, to collaborate with people, to enjoy the festival, to keep aside all our regular routines and just enjoy and energize ourselves for the rest of the year. So that's my point, to have a public holiday for a regional festival. Over to you, Toastmaster Rakesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana. So in the against team, who would like to go first?
Yeah, I can volunteer.
Okay. Yes, Toastmaster Rekha, you can.
Right. So my understanding is whether we need to have a public holiday for the regional festivals. So
Yes.
it is not whether to, whether to give a holiday or not. It is about declaring the holidays as a public holiday. See, I would say India is a diversified country, like with more religions, more culture, more festivals. When we are giving public holidays, we are giving public holidays only for main festivals, right? So that is one. Are we considering all the religions, all the society, and all the festivals? That is a big question mark. So that is one point. And another, I would say, it is not necessary to give a public holiday for regional festivals. Rather, we can make it as an optional festival. So, for example, if I'm not related to a particular community, I may opt not to take a leave, where instead of making it as mandate, I can opt to work on those festival holidays, and I can use the holidays for something else. And moreover, maybe I am not in a mood to celebrate even my festival, or there is a death or some unavoidable things that happened in the fest in my family. So I would like to come back, use this holiday in some time else. So instead of making it as a public holiday, I would say, like, let this holidays be a optional holiday, where if my me belonging to a particular community, if the holiday is not a public holiday, I will have the option to use this holiday for my region, or my festival. So I would say, instead of making it as a mandatory public holiday, let it be made as an optional holiday, where people who wants to celebrate, let them take a holiday. Who doesn't want to celebrate, or who doesn't opt to celebrate, let them come to office or school or whatever it is, right? So and I would say, though we say we have a diversified country with all religions, we are sidetracking few of the festivals and giving priority to only few festivals. So let us make it as an optional holiday, where whomever wants to celebrate, take a holiday. Whomever wants to work like us or me, we'll work. So back to you, the moderator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rekha. That was a very interesting take on why we shouldn't have public holidays for regional festivals. So in the FAR team, I would request who would like to go second for this topic.
Sriram, you going?
Um,
Yeah, okay. So thank you to my esteemed opponent, Madam Toastmaster Rekha. I would totally agree with her that public holidays need not be mandatory for everyone, but definitely for a particular community. That, I think, is the best via media, because the fact is, if we have only single days through the year, for example, national holidays like Independence Day or any of those things, those can be mandatory for everyone. But I think we should have the option for having regional holidays for particular communities, because that is the only chance regional communities have to either get together or mingle, come together as a family, community, whatever it is, which opportunity is not afforded during a general weekday. So I would suggest that definitely all regions should have their own special occasions. They should have their own festivals, their own festivities, and you can actually celebrate with the traditional customs and rituals, as Doordarshan always says, then you can celebrate with pomp and glory, whatever the festival is, whether it's Diwali or anything else. And when you have it for only those particular people in that thing, yes, we can have a much more concentrated celebration, and we need not disturb everyone else. Yes, I think we can have holidays for regional festivals based on each region and each state. So back to you, Mr. Moderator.
Thank you, DTM Nina John ma'am. So may I know who would like to go for against the topic for the second?
I'll give a question.
Okay. Okay. Toastmaster Anidos, you may start.
Thank you, Toastmaster, for giving me a chance to speak here. No, all my other speakers are speaking. I was also listening. I was just Googling some important data. I learned that in India, central government is giving us nearly 20 national holidays in a year. Let's keep that in mind. And then every time we have Saturday, Sundays. So 2 days in a week are leave. We have leave. So nearly if you see, we have how much? 55 into 2, sorry, 54 into 2, that's 108. We have nearly 130 days leave already there. And then let's take into account, like some 10 days leave where due to some unavoidable occurrence, due to some flood, due to some like sudden occurrence, some more days leave. And then everyone can always get 1 month leave. Take that. If you just add all of these leaves, they're nearly losing half a year. So only the remaining half of the year, all of us are working. This can, if you see, they can actually reduce the productivity of our country. As the general youth, I think we should all go towards working more. And second thing, this is one important. So apart from this, if regional places give more leave, more holidays, then as I said, productivity will decrease. Like say these days, it's a very globalized economy. And then what is being produced in some part of the world is being exported or is being shipped to some other part immediately. Like even recently, I was seeing the news, just because of some minor problem in Gujarat, some export of some important semiconductor materials was delayed to other parts of the country and the world. So imagine, like suppose semiconductors you can wait, but then some even more some item which is needed immediately because of regional holidays or something, there's a delay in its export. What could happen? So I think we should have a uniform leave like roster. We should have a uniform leave roster and not have each regional place have its own different rules. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anirudh. That was a good take with good analysis on the topic. So for the final for team member, I would request DTM Stiram to talk on this topic.
Thank you, moderator. You assigned 3 people for our team, but actually we are 4 because already Rekha spoke for our only. We should have regional holidays. So already that point is there. Tambi Anirudh, I don't know, he's a college student. That is why he's saying 50% of the year is holiday. We are all working, we don't get holidays and all. For you, if a small drizzle comes, weatherman is declaring holiday for you. But for us, we need to swim and go to the office. So definitely we require some kind of holiday. Okay, even the situation is good or not, you enjoy the holiday. And Anirudh, the productivity did not decrease because of giving holidays. The productivity got decreased because of the productivity and efficiency of the person because he was working continuously. So we need to give them rest. For that, holiday is definitely needed. You are in college, you are getting a lot of leaves, but what happened to the workers? A lot of explosion would happen. So irrespective of whether it, enjoy the holiday. Imagine take Pongal itself. We will eat buckets of Sakra Pongal and can we go and work? No, right? Then what is the use going to the office, sitting idly and snoring at the computer? No, right? Let's have holiday, rest our stomach, rest our body and come energize the next day. So that is the importance of having holidays. And especially if there is no national holiday, no problem, or declaration of community holiday, no problem. We need holiday. Per week, we can work only 4 times. We need 3 days holidays or monthly 2 times we need holiday. Whether it's regional holiday, public holiday, I don't care. We need holiday because holidays are required to energize our body. That is why we all go on vacation yearly once. That is the idea behind it. We all go to some places, keep away all our works, refresh our mind, come energized with full energy so that on January 2nd, we can work a lot. That is the purpose of having holiday. Whether Pongal, Christmas or whatever it is, we need holiday. Enjoy yourself and take care. Over to you, moderator.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Sriram, for the take on the topic with a funny touch on it. So for the final member, I would request Toastmaster Srikant Kuntikrishnan to unmute himself and give his views on this topic.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
See, the point that I would like to emphasize is that I'm sure all of us are law-abiding citizens. There's no doubt about it. And we need to have in mind that we are governed by something called as the National Holiday and Festival Act of India, which declares just 3 national holidays, which is the Republic Day, Gandhi Jayanti, and August 15th. The rest of the holidays are regional-based holidays. And the underlying current or the underlying emphasis of these regional holidays on a macro scale is to make us realize that our country is united by something called as diversity. And to emphasize this diversity, regional holidays are being given. So what really needs to be understood is these holidays is a cultural based holiday, a holiday which is based on ethnicity, which is based on regional festivals, and all these put together, the entire country has a festive mood, which brings about a total change in the psyche of the entire population. We should not look at it as a point of some individual person enjoying the holiday, but it is more important to keep our country together. And this happens when importance is given to each and every part of this country, and the culture and the regional festivity is celebrated and importance being given. So this is the basic idea, because I've been in the central government service, and this is what is emphasized across the government, that the holidays are meant to bring the entire nation together. And I'm sure we put our country first than putting ourselves or having chakra pongal and having to burp or snort in front of a computer. So the idea behind a holiday is for our national unity and national integrity. And I'm sure this is the reason that we are having so much of holidays. And believe me, productivity doesn't go down because of holidays. You take the case of Japan, productivity was very high, but they could not find any market to sell that. So here, what we do is we are seeing the human side of every country and every population, every populace, and that is the reason that holidays are being given in India. I really admire what the government is doing for each one of us. Thank you very much. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Srikanth Kuttikrishnan. So, for concluding, there were some wonderful points given out by both the sides of the team. There was good points from the against team talking about the concept of optional holidays, and also there was take on that there are too much holidays which are given by the central government, and with this additional things, there would be more holidays in the in our thing. And the FOR team also talked very well about that. We need to celebrate, and for that we require a holiday, and we have to get together, and no one would be feeling to work by eating chakra pongal. Very well said by the FOR team. Very valid points formulated also. So overall, I do feel that an optional holiday is what will make more sense right now, as we cannot afford to have more holidays in our country, and this might hamper the productivity of some minority governments, minority people who might not be celebrating every festival here. So with this thing can be thought upon by the government, and a good decision can be taken upon. And thank you all the participants for interacting and sharing your views on this topic. Over to you, a Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, debate moderator Toastmaster Lokesh, for wonderfully conducting this debate. Probably you can give the session to the respective government as well. Thank you so much. And now we are running short of time. It's time to come to the last part of this meeting, the evaluation team. So to do that, let me invite our general evaluated Toastmaster Rekha. Over to you, Toastmaster Rekha.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana. As I mentioned at the start, I would be coming back with my second set of evaluation team. So we have Toastmaster Bija, who would be evaluating Toastmaster Abhilash's speech. Yeah, to introduce
Thank you,
Toastmaster
General
Bija.
Evaluator.
Let me introduce you, Toastmaster Bija.
Sorry, go ahead.
No worries. Yeah, thank you very much. So Toastmaster Vijay is an IT professional. She works in Caterpillar. She is a foodie and a traveler, and she loves gardening. So we share the common interest of foodie and traveler. Nice to know you. And she is part of CAT EDCI Toastmaster Club. So let me invite Toastmaster Bija to evaluate the speech, Toastmaster Abhilash speech. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Bija.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for the warm introduction. What can be more potent than inspiring others? And our target speaker did a wonderful job in inspiring the audience today by leaving the message that we should look for positives in whatever unfortunate situation happens in our life, considering the fact that it could have been worse, and always spread the good and limit the bad with yourself. you had an excellent storytelling ability. You have an excellent storytelling ability. That's one of the qualities of a good speaker. I was able to visualize the scene of a beggar approaching you, the uncle coming and helping you, and then the mom and son conversation. So that's all a sign of a good storytelling. You had a good clarity in your speech. You had good vocal variety as well. We could see that while giving the when the beggar, maybe you showed the conversation of the beggar in Tamil, then the mother and son conversation, you had that change in tone, which was excellent. What you missed is, I would say, you may want to work on is to check the goals of the speech. In today's level 3 elective that you chose, the goal was to engage the audience and adapt your speech as needed, which you missed, I believe. You had the opportunity in the beginning when you asked the audience a question, do you ever feel the same? But you didn't give time for people to react and come up. Or probably you could have rephrased the question saying, how often have you felt this? That whenever someone is approaching you, when a beggar is asking for money, do you have a second thought on it? So how often have you felt the same? So probably that would have given an opportunity for audience to interact, and you would have got the option to adapt your speech accordingly. To challenge yourself, I would say that it would be good if you give a speech standing up and enact. You had the opportunity to enact there the mother and son conversation. You can enact it well when you are standing, but you limit yourself when you are sitting and giving the speech. So that is one area that you can improve on, or challenge yourself and adapt to in your next speech. And a catchy title, as Sriram said, that you should. The title was Power of Positivity. It was simple. People knew what you will be talking about. If a title is a little catchy, people would wonder what he's going to speak. So make sure that you have a catchy title in your next speech. And I love the way you concluded, when it rains, look for rainbow; when it is dark, look for stars. So opening and conclusion is something which which has to be very powerful in the speech and leaves a lasting impact in the audience mind, which you were successful in. Good job there, and all the best for your future speeches. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Bija. Now I would be calling my second set of team. So let me invite timer Toastmaster Paniswamy to submit his report. Toastmaster Paniswamy, can you unmute yourself?
It takes few seconds, please.
Right.
So hope the timer card is visible.
Yeah, it's visible.
So the time, this is my timer report. SAA, the introduction speech, he took 1 minute 35 seconds. Toastmaster Naveen, as a presiding officer, took 2 minutes 30 seconds. Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana, in Toastmaster of the Day address, took 3 minutes 50 seconds. And the overall Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana took 7 minutes 50 seconds to conduct various sessions. Evaluation, general evaluator Rekha took 50 seconds for the introduction, and the tag player introduction took 4 minutes 35 seconds. And Toastmaster Rekha took 50 seconds for the evaluator introduction. Prepared speech, Toastmaster Abhilash took 6 minutes 55 seconds. Education session, Toastmaster Sriram took DTM Sriram took 39 seconds, 40 seconds. So I'm requesting everyone to follow the advice of the Toastmaster Sriram for the how to prepare a speech, but stick to the timing in a different way. And into the table topic session, Toastmaster Shruti took 17 minutes to complete it, sorry. Srikanth Kutikrishnan took 2 minutes for his prepared speech, sorry, for the table topic speech. Distinguished Toastmaster Nina John ma'am took 1 minute 55 seconds for the table topic speech. Toastmaster Anirudh took 50 seconds. Toastmaster Bija took 1 minute 25 seconds for the table topic. Toastmaster Senthil took 1 minute 55 seconds. Toastmaster Rekha took 1 minute 45 seconds for the table topic. Evaluation, Toastmaster Bija took 3 minutes 10 seconds. And I did not conclude the report related to the debate session. Toastmaster Lakshminarayana took 1 minute 50 seconds. Distinguished Toastmaster Nina John ma'am took 1 minute 40 seconds. Toastmaster Srikanth Kutikrishnan took 2 minutes 20 seconds. And Toastmaster Rekha took 2 minutes 15 seconds in the session. Toastmaster Anirudh took 1 minute 50 seconds, and distinguished Toastmaster Sriram took 1 minute 50 seconds. So this is my report, and thank you, and over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Timer Toastmaster Paniswamy, for your detailed report and sharing the screen. Now let me invite our counter Toastmaster Naveen to share your report.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Veka. Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Calvin, pass once, and the Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana. In Toastmaster of the Day introduction, are once, and the introduction of table topics master are 2+ and once, and General Evaluator Toastmaster Rekha, while General Evaluator introduction are 2+ and tag team introduction are 2. And while evaluator introduction are 2+, and for the table topic master Toastmaster Shruti are once and once, pass once, and while closing note are 2+, and for the Toastmaster table topic speakers, Toastmaster Srikanth pass once, distinguished Toastmaster Nina Janmam flawless, and Toastmaster Anirudh so once, Toastmaster Bija once, but once and once. Toastmaster guest Toastmaster Sendil are 2+, once, and Toastmaster Rekha are 2+, and the panel discussion panel moderator Toastmaster Lokesh so once are 2+, and panelist Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana are once, Toastmaster Rekha are 2+, so once, Toastmaster Anirudh are 2+, and evaluator Toastmaster Bija are 2+ and once, and timer Toastmaster Palisami are 2+ while presenting his timer report, and the flawless speakers Toastmaster Abhilash, distinguished Toastmaster Sriram, distinguished Toastmaster Nina John, and yes, that's it. And I would like to congratulate the flawless speakers, and I'm handing the stage to General Evaluator Toastmaster Rekha.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Naveen. Now, I would invite the grammarian, Toastmaster Akash, to submit your report.
Let me start with Abhilash. He started with an experience how framework is important. Then he by applying a positive word. For example, our friends will say, very much practical like that. Find the opportunity in a bad situation. When it rains, look for a rainbow. Next, let me come with Sriram Venkataraman. Toastmaster Sriram Venkataraman. First, he said, treat every speech as a contest speech. Practice like your final speech. New message with twist. He also said an important rule: 1 H with and 4 W's, 1 husband and 4 wives. And the important thing is screenplay. When you have show your script to other person. You will find more ideas. Don't preach your speech. Never copy others' emotion. And he also said, unmask the mask. He also used the word of the day, potent. Next, Lakshmi Narayanan, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayanan said, to, to give a public because it's a time to interact with our family. Toastmaster Rekaman said, India is a unity in diversity. And Srikanth said, holiday are meant to bring happiness to people. Thank you, Toastmaster Rekaman.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Akash. So now it's time for me to submit my report. To start with, the meeting started on time, which is the mark of CTM. So great. And the prepared speaker today, Toastmaster Abhilash, gave a wonderful speech. It was a potent message, excellent speech, and all the role players played an excellent role. And I would like to thank Toastmaster Sriram for an excellent educational speech, and there were a lot of takeaways, and definitely it was entertainment for the male audience as well on the lighter side. And Toastmaster Bija evaluation was to the point, and it was an excellent evaluation. And coming to the debate session, it was an excellent debate session, and it was a potent topic, interesting topic. So having said this, how we can improve our meeting? Yeah, one more thing, Toastmaster table topic pastor came out with very interesting and well connected topic. So kudos to every role player. So how we can improve our meeting from my point of view? One, I would say, in case whether it's a speech or an educational speech, if the screen is being shared, the timer can find out an alternative way to show the timer card so that we are well in track. The speaker can know the time limits and the timing so that they will be able to, it will be easier for them to wrap up their speech. Because today I think there was some challenge with yeah, I understand it was being showed, but still the speaker was not able to see the speaker the timing card, and hence we were not um, in the speeches were not able to be completed on time, and we are not in line with our agenda timelines. So that is one, I would say. And timer role is a very powerful role, and if the timer is seeing any speaker or any role player exceeding the time limit, you have all the authority to show the screen or like what is the time limit, or even like continue to show the red card to say that the time limit has been exceeded. And coming to the TT master, I would request the TT master to explain what is table topic session all about with the time limits. So these were very minor things, but excellent meeting. And being a festive season, I would appreciate every role player, every participant to be on the to participate. And as to borrow the line from Abhilash's speech, when there is rain, look out for rainbows. So when there are many roles have been withdrawn by role players, so the vice president education has looked out for the role players and tried to patch up the challenges and have able to come out with this meeting in a very brilliant way. I really appreciate the Vice President Education, Toastmaster Abhilash, and the President. Now let me hand over back to the Toastmaster of the Day, and thank you for the opportunity. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Lakshmi.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Rekha, for wonderfully evaluating this meeting. And now we are coming to the end of this meeting. I think we are almost on time. It's going a little exceeded the time as well. So overall, the meeting went on very well. So thanks to VP Education for adding up two news sessions. One is the debate session and also our education session by DTMC. Thanks to you for organizing this. It is a wonderful session. Now it's time to hand over the control back to the presiding officer. So I request our Toastmaster Naveen, the presiding officer, to take charge of this. Over to you, Toastmaster Naveen.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana. And I request Toastmaster Palisami sir to launch the polls and share the results in private chat. And I would like to call, it's time to get the guest feedback, and I would like to call guest Toastmaster Sendil. Can you please share your feedback?
Sure, thank you so much. As I started, this is the quickest ever call I have received after joining a club meeting, that I've been called to the stage. So it was a kind of a pleasant surprise for me as a Toastmaster. If it is a guest, it's a totally different scenario. But for me, it was a pleasant surprise, and I enjoyed your meeting. Though I joined only during the table topic session, you had a beautiful debate session, and the general evaluator evaluation was fabulous. She covered everything right from the beginning till the end, and I really had a lot of learning from that evaluation session. So thank you so much.
Thank you, guest Toastmaster Sendil. And I would like to call guest Srihari. Can you please share your feedback about the meeting?
Hello. This is the second time I'm here, and I was really pleased. I don't know what word I could say. It is, it's a very much potential meeting, I would say. I heard about Toastmaster. As I told before, in the media, and I found it interesting, and it's really surprising, and to see a lot of seriousness the team together is showing and appreciating each other, and I'm really feeling much inspired by having although it is a holiday, I mean it's a festival today. Actually, I tried to be here, and it's really worthy to have met all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Srihari. And I would like to call Toastmaster Bija.
Yeah, hi. Good evening once again. I think I would like to first thank for giving me this opportunity and accepting my request for playing the role of an evaluator today. It was a worth time spent, 2 hours. It was fully engaging and wonderful role playing by each of the Toastmasters in this club. Awesome education session, so many points to take away, and introspect what I did in my past speeches and how I can improve on. So a lot of takeaways are there to prepare for the next speech and according to the points shared today. So had a really good evening and time spent. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bija. And I would like to welcome distinguished Toastmaster Sriram to share your feedback about the meeting.
Oh, thank you so much, President. So yeah, what else I would say? It's I think like nowadays I'm getting a lot of invites from CTM. So CTM is that one club which always carry their legacy along with DC CTM, because that's the first Toastmaster club in the District 82, Allies District 120, and we are the first corporate club. So it's always nice to be at Chennai Toastmasters. I think last time we had it, and when I was taking a session, I think Lakshmi Narayana, we had it in an opposite to Nandini Hotel, so that was eye catcher. But this time, Abhilash said it's only online, Sriram, so you can't expect the same Nandini sweets over here again. But we will we'll do it up. So yeah, I think it's all good. Good to have a debate session as well. Good to have a nice bunch of crowd among the festive things. So that really shows that how committed and how passionate you guys are all towards the Toastmasters program. So all the best for you all, and have a wonderful Pongal and Toastmastering as well. And thank you so much again, President VP Ed and Abhilash, for having me in your club again. Thank you so much.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Sriram. And okay, before getting the results, and I would like to announce, we are going to have our joint club meeting on next week Sunday at YWCA at around 4 to 6 p.m. So I request each and everyone, members and guests of Toastmasters, please join together, and we will celebrate the joint meeting with Wordsmith Toastmasters Club on upcoming Sunday. And okay. And the results, best tag player goes to our timer Toastmaster Palisami. And the best role player goes amongst Toastmaster of the Day, General Evaluator, and Table Topic Master goes to our General Evaluator, Toastmaster Rekha. And best table topic speaker goes to our distinguished Toastmaster Nina Jamba. And with this, we came to the end of our meeting, and I would like to officially adjourn the meeting 862 of Chennai Toastmasters Club, and we will meet again at the upcoming Sunday, 4 to 6 p.m. So, Zoom Master, can you please stop the recording so we have an close.